Soarin shifted his head in annoyance. The hard monitor beside the hospital bed filled the restless sounds of the room with an endless, disturbing sound that drove on forever. But then again, he supposed, it was comforting in a way, knowing that his wife's heart was still beating. From in the bed lay a slender Texas mare, the hospital sheets moving slightly with every rise and fall of her chest. Two blue wings spread down gently behind her. Soarin reached over to brush a lock of silvery hair out of her face. It used to be a red, the most vivid shade. He touched it for a moment, marveling at it. Even now, 78 years later, it was still as soft as the day he'd married her. Dash's eyelids fluttered open as she felt around his foot, detaching him from her forehead and clasping it weakly between her hooves. She sighed contentedly, finding her husband's gaze. And although her hair dissolved and her face had wrinkles mapping out the planes of her features, her eyes, Soarin noticed with a sad smile, had never lost their sparkle. Sometimes when the ponies grew older, their eyes became dull and empty, faded shows that sunk starved into the skull. But Dash's eyes had remained a bright dementia all of her life, sharp and playful. After all, Soarin must steadily, the eyes were the soul to the window to the soul. He turned towards the door and heard it crack open. The young doctor stepping through with solemn expression on his face. Dr. Chiron, Soarin said, turning anxiously in his seat. Ah, Commander Stiles. The doctor spoke quietly before hesitating. Yes, if I make to speak to you outside. Soarin frowned. If you please, doctor, whatever you need to tell me, you can say it to both of us. The doctor froze at the door, his expression blank and unreadable. The tension smothered the room seemed to suffocate Soarin. So silver of doubt pierced his heart. Still to monitor droning, its incessant beeping, the only indicator of his life in a bright white room. Dr. Chiron sighed. He closed his eyes briefly, taking a small breath. He hated making this kind of noise. I'm afraid there's nothing much more we can do about the condition of Commander Dash. This might be it. We might lose her. That was when the first frost started falling down. Soarin watched as the words left the doctor's mouth. He listened to them, understood what they meant. But then nothing. It's just a horrifying, transcendent numbness that seemed to remove his world, racing life from his body. Each limb that unable to move, limbs and tendons frozen in place. Soarin was silent for a long moment, as if he couldn't quite process what just had been said to him. Then the dam broke. No, there is something you can do. A spell or something? Have you tried everything? He struggled, pushing the control to facing panic that raged about his chest. He felt the tears hot and burning and achieving to be released. But he pushed them back. He had to be strong. For her. I'm sorry, sir. We tried everything. Healing charms, being-on-make jinxes, revitalizing spells, and simply not sustainable. You ever think? The doctor only nodded in mournful confirmation. Soarin, a faint whisper came from the man in the bed. Soarin's eyes snapped towards his wife, and all his attention was immediately focused on Dash. She smiled him blandly, consciously making a effort to open her eyes. Soarin, it's time to go. Stop, don't just say that. Please look, I'll call Twilight. She come and have a look at you. It'll be fine, don't worry. Soarin was faintly aware of his wings shaking, the floor feeling precarious beneath his feet, and to gentle click of the door shutting behind them. Soarin, you will listen to me, please. Dash attended to calm me down, her voice like sandpaper. Her husband grew silent, grey eyebrows shifting together as he drove by the train. I need you to be brave for me. Dash started gently to afford itself and pausing herself to her. I need you to promise me something. Will you do that? No, stop it. Don't sound like that. Why not? Dash raised an eyebrow gently. He pushed his stomach, shaking like a small cone. Because Dash grumbled, squeezing his lip with the little remaining stench of his lips. Because they talk about herself when they think they're going to die. Soarin's eyes shut his teeth, said the word he had been avoiding for so long time. Dead? She had been ill for a long time. This is bad, he sounded beside her. But they're not going to Dash. Don't be ridiculous. I won't let you. We'll find a way. We'll always find a way. We have to. Twilight will, Soarin replied, almost angry. His wife rapidly picked up. Oh, of course, I understand. Slowly and glad. Dash, please take it seriously. I am. Then why? Why? Because I'm not a fan, I think. It's not the opposite of why you say reckless. It would kind of be. They had been together for so long. The prospect of losing her had never crossed his mind. He couldn't possibly imagine the world that would live without his exciting, full of life stuff ahead. It wasn't just one turn over. She just knew that deep she was had outlive all of her friends. While Shy had gone first, followed by Binky 3 years later. Brady had passed on 5 years ago, now projected to Sadfic. And Twilight, what she had always said emotively, was both a blessing and a curse. He had witnessed a Dash change over the past decade as she had lost a friend after a friend. Slowly she started to smile less, and although she was by no means depressed, her family kept her in good spirits. Soarin knew that they were both getting older. He felt something hot spread and painful squeak of his ear and round down his cheek. His wife vibrated away from his shaking him. No, Dash, I can't lose you. I can't. Just hang on a little longer, okay? You can't go now. You can't. I can't. Dash waited patiently as her husband mounted into her shoulder, rubbing his back comfortably as he shuddered with raw, ugly sobs. Hey, she whispered with her face barely audible. Hey, look at me, boy. Damn it. Soarin, look at me. He darted his gaze up, eyes red and blue in his ears. Dash smiled, her eyes bright as well. I'm off, Soarin. I've had a long life. I'm dying to see my children grow up. I had to watch all my friends go before me. And you have made my love more incredible than I could have ever imagined. Now my body's failing me. Who knows how many beats his own suckers will let with him? She tapped her weakly. Soarin couldn't talk, only wiping away the tears that now cascaded violently down his cheek. Breathlessly and answering on her love. It broke his heart to see her let down by the only thing that she could always rely on. Her body, strong, angelic, seemingly perishable in emotion. She hadn't flown in 4 years. But there spoke again, instead of causing his voice to crack. I have no regrets. No, I made my mark on these words, and that's all I can ask for. And truly she had. She was one of the most memorable Bexes to ever grace the skies in Equestria. As a wonderboat, she had broken countless records. As an element, she had basically saved the entire world multiple times. Loyalty, liaisons, most importantly, as a mother, she had been the best role model, the fearless leader, the bravest protector. She had been the teacher of lessons that had armed her children with the ability to face life's and its allegiance head on. She had dipped her wings into the branches of fate itself and carved her own destiny. Because for Dash, nothing was impossible. Soarin's mother had always said that you do what yourself dies with you. In the end, fame and glory and money cease to matter. But what you do for the world around, that remains forever. My life wasn't rich, wasn't perfect, she whispered, eyes twinkling, but when I say anything, knowing my luck, I'm just thankful I didn't get decapitated by Steve or Frisbee or something. She smiled as she felt tiny, reluctant shone against her shoulder. I'll get to see my friends again, Mom and Dad, and the rest of both. But what about me? He mumbled, immense with tears dropping down his face. I need you. Oh, Soarin, she breathed. You don't need me. Yes, I do, he mumbled back fiercely. I need you more than you could ever know. Dash smiled wavered. You are stronger than you think, Rob. You might not realize now, but deep down you're the bravest person I know. You have Prius and Sunny and Dawn. You have so many wonderful ponies in your life. And yet I'm losing the most important one. Dash shook her head fondly. Oh, my love, you're not losing me. She didn't know better than that. She coughed pain, squeezing her touch ear. When she drew her hoof away from her mouth, the cyan blue was stained with speechless, with scarlet. Soarin opened his mouth to protest, but Dash looked silent at him. It was a look he knew well, a look he had seen an immeasurable number of times before, a look that said, Stop, let me talk, I'll be there. She tapped his head. As well as in them, she said, gesturing to the photograph of her children on her bedside table. But most terrible, I'll be here. She raised the big tip and tapped it gently with his chest, feeling the warm, solid heartbeat down me. No matter how far away, I know you, Soarin. You never lose me. Nobody is actually dead in the ripples they create right away. Never be gone unless you let me to be. Soarin breathed out softly, finally meeting her gaze, and also his eyes were red and shining and filled with despair. There was a small glimmer of acceptance in her green depth. That was the most remarkable woman he had ever known. Ever. She was the largest presence in his life. His rock and terror for 84 years they had known each other. She had given the most precious thing he had, his children, his family, but most importantly, her heart, and her unwavering loyalty created the frameworks on which they established the foundations of a beautiful, beautiful home. Their children had seen the way their mother looked at the father protectively, seen the way their father cared for their mother, the way he had never had eyes for anyone else, seen the teasing, playful way they demonstrated their love for each other. They had seen what it looked like to be completely, unconditionally, timelessly devoted to another person, and it shouldn't have to be the bar for their own relationship, striving to replicate the strength of their parents. He couldn't bear to lose her, but he knew he must. Soarin would crush mountains for Dash. He would fight to the ends of Questia and back, twice, then 100 times if he had to. He would change the lines of light and sky and bring cliffs to their canoes to protect her, to keep her safe with him, but now she was being taken in by an unhateable force of nature. And there was nothing he could do about it. He was really going to lose her. Something inside Soarin broke. Something that had been fraying for a long time beforehand, ever since his wife was diagnosed with a new variant of severe fatal flu. Before he had shed tears of denial, tears at the idea of losing her, but now all he could do was make the most of what he had to her. As the day drawn on, people came to visit, friends, family, his brothers, and Scoodle. Their children, most importantly, with their own families to look after. They hadn't been able to stay by their mother's side 24/7 like Soarin had, but they all came in now, led by his grandchildren and in-laws, all of them wearing similar expressions of devastation. And they told stories from Dash's life, stories from her adventures, the big ones and the small ones, stories they knew for her. She was going to be one who told them. Their children spoke fondly of how she used to be reprimand them for small faults, how instead of punishing them by taking away toys and bedtime privileges, she would make them fly flaps around the house until their wings ached, or even when they were noticed, she strove to build them into better ponies. Applewood, grinning and wrinkled, spoke of how Dash had made a beautiful speech praising the groom at Applejack's wedding to Chamberlain, and then right at the end, said, "Dear Celestia, I thought you were talking about Rumble. I take it all back." Scoodle had remembered our close friend Rumble himself, as his elder brother had rolled out with laughter, whereas Applejack Oldton had Marion in ways was known to please, or how she would take their family away on exotic holiday to recount by the fields of a very forest, or after Prince had horrified passerbys by shouting, "Here joys to Saint Silver Wallace, give our assistance." They all chuckled, and Dash, who was too tired to laugh, smiled and gasped, Soarin took tighter. When her friends trickled away, and it was only family who remained, Dash, exhausted from comforting her husband Irving, managed to murmur, "I love you," to the four Pexes huddling around her head. The four who had become their life the moment they enchanted. And they stayed with her, right until the very end, right by her side. Soarin was with her through sickness and health, like he promised so many years ago. He clutched her hood and rested his head on her chest, listening reverently to her final heartbeats as he used the beautiful symphony ever to grace his ears. She didn't say anything, and all he did was murmur again against those three little words that had such great meaning, because all she realized also those three words were said often in a household they had never been said with anything less than intensity it had when she first added them to each other. "I love you, I love you, I love you." And Soarin didn't cry anymore. He was so strong for her, for their children. Dash didn't want to see him crying. So he blinked back the tears that were constantly waiting to fall, and he whispered sweet nothings into her ear, and kissed her cheek and her lips and wings tenderly for the last time. For the last time. They say that when you are about to die, your entire life flashes in front of your eyes. The only thing Soarin could think was about their life together. He could always remember the expression she bore after realizing he was proposing. How breathtakingly beautiful she had looked on their wedding day, walking down the aisle like an angel from St. Ball. The look on her face as they met their eldest son for the first time, and the unflinching stares of wonder that their next two children received, watching their children achieve their dreams, watching her achieve her dreams, the feel of her breath in his neck and her lips on his hip, her passion, her joy, her love. The way she raced to the sky, unstoppable, like time itself, thundering on with the power and grace and beauty of the force of nature itself, as if all the wind and the light had speed had considered into one incredible basis. She had flown onto her deathbed. Flying was her life. Teaching her children how to fly had been one of her joys, ensuring her legacy increased, supporting sunny, inspiring dawn. How she'd always worn her wedding ring and had never taken off. Not once. She had been strong for him. It was his turn now. So the years refused to fail. There was a golden smile on Dash's face. She could find her best. As she slowly disposes in her unconsciousness, her lips shadowed the names, soundless, calling them for one last time. The names of the closest to her heart: Soarin, Breeze, Tide, Sun Weeper, Down Weeper. And Dash eyelids sank shut slowly, and she muttered in the final breaths, a whispered escape from out. I'll see you on the other side. And it was only when the heart monitor fell slack and her chest stopped rising and her pulse went silent when Soarin finally wept, recognized distraught weeps from an ugly and heartbroken, gazing at her face and wishing her to wake up, to mend him, heal him like she always did. He was a broken stallion. She was gone.